Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a good day today. This is officially the first video of mine with no flickering. If you've never been on my channel before, you're probably like, what are you even talking about? Basically, anytime I moved my head or my arm, the light flickered so much, and it wasn't these softboxes that were flickering, it was like the camera correcting it. But I dedicated the last 2 weeks to fixing it, and I actually got it fixed. So yay for no flickering. A thumbs up just for that reason to start with. Anyway, let's start with the actual video. Today I'm going to be telling you guys about 10 amazing affordable makeup products that I use all the time. I got a couple of requests for a basic makeup kit, and I wasn't too sure how to do that because I know that everyone wears a different amount of makeup. So this has 10 things, so you can just pick and choose depending on how natural or how full on you want your makeup. More recently, someone requested a video dedicated to awesome makeup products at Priceline, and most of these can be bought at Priceline. Hopefully this video answers all of those questions that you guys have been asking. All the products that I'm about to mention I've got on my face right now, so if you like anything that is on my face, you will know exactly what it is by the end of this video. My favorite foundation is the CoverGirl True Blend Liquid Makeup, and I'm in the shade Ivory. I got this for really cheap at a makeup sale. I think I got it for like 50 cents, but it is usually really affordable, which is awesome. To begin with, I was really happy with the shade of this. It matched my skin perfectly. The big deal when you find foundation that is suitable for light skin, I find that this gives me really nice coverage and it makes my skin feel really healthy and glowy. I wouldn't say this is matte or dewy, probably just in the middle, so it would be good no matter what your skin type is. Next is a color corrector, and it's the NYX Dark Circle Concealer Corrector in the shade Fair. This does such a good job at covering dark circles and blue tones underneath your eyes. I don't really have too much trouble with dark circles, but I am very blue and purpley tones under there, mainly because I'm pale, so I have very translucent skin, and this was absolutely perfect. And the main reason I noticed it was perfect was because when I had my foundation on and I applied this under my eyes, it just matched my skin tone perfectly, because obviously it was just covering up the blue and purple tones. I was also really surprised with the fact that it has a very creamy formula. A lot of things in tubs are usually quite solid and hard to blend, but this is amazing at blending. If you have problems with dark circles or blue tones like me, I really suggest this. Now moving on to a product that everyone who has been subscribed to me from the very beginning would remember, as I've always loved this. It is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I am in the shade 10 Light. I know there's probably better high-end concealers out there, but for an affordable concealer, this is amazing, and it definitely is affordable. I think it's around the $12 mark, but I like that it's quite a thin consistency, so it makes it really easy to blend. I usually apply it just under here and then on my nose as it gets quite red, and it does such a good job. Another thing I've noticed is, although I use this all the time, they don't use up that quickly. I think I've only had about 3 or 4 of these over the past 3 years. Now moving on to a product that is pretty controversial. I don't know if that's the right term for it, but a lot of people hate it. It is the Australis AC on Tour, or is it a contour? I don't actually know, but it's a contouring and highlighting kit. I'm sure most of you guys recognize this. It's been all over YouTube, but basically it comes with a pinky skin tone color, a banana shade, a very shimmery highlighter, and then 3 contour shades. As you can tell from the fact that I hit pan on this one, this is one of my favorite powders for sure. It is absolutely amazing to use under your eyes. I find it so brightening, and again, it cancels dark circles because it's a very peachy tone. When I first got this palette, I actually used the yellow under my eyes instead, but my skin is more pink tone, so I found that this one worked even better. I also use this to highlight all the time. I put it on a fan brush, and I think it works really well. These powders are the ones that people are a bit iffy with, and I completely understand, as I hated them to begin with, honestly, but I have slowly discovered a way of using them. I completely understand why people find them hard to use, because if you apply too much, you're sort of screwed, but apart from that, I think this is amazing. I really recommend it mainly for highlight shades. There are not many drugstore highlighters and stuff out there. A lot of people find shimmery, sparkly highlighters a bit too full on. So a lot of days when I want to look natural, I just use these, and I use them the whole way around here, and it really brightens up my face. Now moving on to a blush. This is the Maybelline Master Highlight Highlighting Blush in the shade Coral. I tried it for the first time today on my cheeks, and I really liked it. Normally I stick to my NARS Eyebrows Orgasm Blush. That's all I use pretty much every single day. So it was scary to branch out, but I think this is really, really good, and that product is a lot more expensive. So obviously it's not a dupe or anything like that, but considering I'm usually used to my high-end blush and I still like this, I think that's a good sign. I really, really liked the color of this. I wasn't too sure because it does look a little bit brown, but I found it really, really flattering, and it looks really, really like healthy and pretty, and also the fact that it's a highlighting blush meant that it was very, very glowy, and I just love the glowy look. I just think it's really, really pretty. By far, my favorite affordable eyeshadows are the Chi Chi palettes. I have the Rich Gems palette, then I have a Nudes palette, which is an exact dupe of the Naked One palette. I have had these for over a year now, and I am so obsessed with them. I have such unlimited looks because I have both the Nudes one and the colourful one. I cannot believe the pigmentation of these. They are definitely comparable to the Naked palettes, and I know that's a big claim to make, but I know that for sure because I have a Naked palette and I've swatched similar colors side by side, and the pigmentation is exact. They are about $25, which is pretty pricey, but it definitely is worth it. I don't think I got either of these for the full price though. I usually just wait till there's a sale. Now moving on to eyeliners. My favorite pencil eyeliners are the Rimmel Scandalized Waterproof Kohl ones. I really love these eyeliners. They're very affordable, which is awesome, and they're really, really pigmented. I sometimes struggle finding pencil eyeliners that work really well, so I have tried quite a few over the years, but this is definitely my favorite by far. I also have it in black sparkly, purple, and taupe, or tape. Nah, it must be taupe. I just love that they're really, really creamy and nice, and I think that may be to do with the fact that they're cold, and they're also waterproof, which is really, really good because it means it will last on your eyes longer. I find that the best way to do it is to fill your eyebrows in with the wax, which is really, really easy to control as it's very like thin and it blends well, and then depending on what your eyebrow color is, then you can fill it in with the powder. I'm sure quite a lot of the eyebrow kits like this out there are very similar, so obviously if there is a cheaper one, then I suggest you to try that too. If you prefer a much more natural brow instead, then I'd suggest the Maybelline Brow Drama Sculpting Brow Mascara. Some people don't like this, but I personally really, really do. I think if you get the right shade for your eyebrows and you fill it in very, very lightly, it's a great way to make your eyebrows look nicer, but really, really natural too. Now moving on to mascara. I love any mascaras from the Rimmel Scandalized range. I have tried a couple in the past, and right now I'm using this one, and I've also tried this one, and I love all of them. Obviously some are better at lengthening your eyelashes and others are better at making them thicker and stuff, but in general they're all really, really good mascaras. I love the wands for all of them, and I think the formula is absolutely amazing, and it's quite wet, which I like because it's easy to build up, and they're pretty affordable too. Now moving on to lipsticks. I am in love with the Revlon Color Burst Matte Balms. Right now on my lips I'm wearing Sultry, and this is probably one of my favorite lipsticks ever, and I also have Audacious, Shameless, and Unapologetic. I love the names. I love the color range. I think it's really, really unique. Like, when do you ever see purples like that? I think the formula is so, so creamy. When you put it on, your lips feel really like moisturized and you feel like you can still move them around, but they're still matte, which is really, really cool. I also love that they're in like a pen thing because it means that you can use it as like a lip liner and then fill it in. I usually tend to buy these when they're on sale because they are pretty pricey, but nowhere near as pricey as high-end stuff, so I do still say that they're affordable. That's it for this video. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed it. I would love it if you could let me know in the comments one of your favorite affordable products, and also let me know if any of these you're super interested in to try now. I would also love it if you could give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys! This is so difficult to hold. I feel really awkward.